A young man once came to the Alter Rebbe, Rabbi Shneur Zalman of Liadi, the first Chabad Rebbe, and he said to him, Rebbe, I feel numb and frozen. I have no desire for spirituality and for any mitzvot. What should I do? The Alter Rebbe said to him, let's study together a biblical story from the book of Kings in this week's Haftorah. And the story is that there was a woman that cried out to the prophet Elisha, and she said, my husband died and he left a lot of debt. Creditors are coming to me, and he said, if I don't pay up, they're going to take my 2 sons as slaves. The prophet says to her, what do you have in your house? She says, I only have 1 jug of oil. Said the prophet to her, go borrow lots of empty vessels. And then you'll fill from this 1 jug of oil, you're going to miraculously, you will fill all your empty vessels with oil. You will then go to the market and sell it. You will pay your debt and you'll have a good profit. And that's what she did. Said Alter Rebbe to the young man, let's study this on a spiritual level. A woman came to the prophet. A woman represents every soul, because in our relationship with God, God is the husband and we are the wife. And the soul cries out to the prophet representing God, Ishi Mace, my husband died. The word Ishi also means fire. My fire died. I have no motivation, no inspiration. I feel numb. What should I do? Says God to the soul, what do you have left in you? She says, I have 1 course of oil. And that oil, says the Kabbalah, represents the core essence of our godly soul. Just like oil, when mixed with other liquids, it always floats on top. So the same is true. That essence of our soul never gets tainted from the worldly matters. And God says to us, go borrow many empty vessels. The empty vessels is a metaphor for empty mitzvot and good deeds. It's empty because it's void of my passion and excitement. Just do it like a robot, but it should be a lot. Do a lot of mitzvot and a lot of good deeds, even if you don't feel it. What happens at the end? Just like in the story, 1 course of oil filled all the empty vessels, and the same is true. Every once in a while, our godly soul emerges, and then we feel a longing to connect. We feel inspired. If you have a lot of empty mitzvot, when your soul emerges, it's going to fill up all of your empty mitzvot with the richness and depth of the godly acts. Because when your soul comes out and you have no mitzvot, then you're going to feel inspired a little bit, and then it goes back into hiding in the subconscious of your chambers. But when your soul emerges and you feel godliness, it's going to light up all of your empty vessels, all of your mitzvot, and you will feel the value and richness of all your mitzvot. And this is an incredible message for us. When we are not in the mood to study, to pray, to do good deeds, it doesn't matter. Just do it anyway and do a lot of mitzvot. Because when your soul will emerge, it will illuminate your life with all the great value and all the great mitzvot that you have did. You're going to feel so satisfied and so joyous. Have a very good Shabbat.